Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome back to our channel once again. And it is my hope and prayer that the video is going to find you guys in good health. Personally, I am fine, as you can see. Kisumu is fantastic, and maybe you could also let me know where you're watching the video from. The county or the country, in case you are out of the republic. Ladies and gentlemen, yesterday, Uhuru Kenyatta, the former president of the Republic of Kenya, attended the wedding ceremony of Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka's daughter in Naivasha. The presence of Uhuru Kenyatta in that event, in my view, is significant politically speaking for several reasons. Number one, we all know that Uhuru Kenyatta has tried so hard to keep low profile since leaving office. The last time we saw Uhuru Kenyatta in a public function was in Embu during the installation of the bishop there. And of course, the event was also attended by that time by the current president, William Ruto, the deputy president, Kithure Kindiki, and the former deputy president, Rigathi Gachagua. But of course, Uhuru Kenyatta's presence in Embu was as a result of his close friendship with the bishop. And of course, we also know that the timing of Uhuru Kenyatta's appearance in this event is also significant because it's coming at a time when the questions about Mount Kenya Kingpin are coming up, when the questions about 2027 presidential elections are coming up. So in my view, it's significant. So in this video, I want us to do a critical analysis about the coded message, which in my view, I strongly believe Uhuru Kenyatta was trying to send to Kenyans by attending that event. First of all, let us go through what Kalonzo Musyoka posted about this event. This is what Kalonzo Musyoka is saying. I thank President Uhuru Kenyatta for his friendship and solidarity with my family by attending the wedding of our daughter Damaris Sada and Martin Nyaga this afternoon in Naivasha. So if you read the post by Kalonzo, he's talking of friendship. He's also talking of solidarity with the family. And by the way, there's something I really love about this wedding. You know, it's a very simple wedding. Unlike some of our weddings. Yesterday, I led a delegation of men from Nyakach to Alego, where we took dowry there, Nyadorera. And it was good. I was able to interact before heading there in Sia with some of our subscribers here. And of course, I'm also taking a dowry soon. So if I reach out to you to attend, but it's going to be low-key event. So just letting you know so that next time you see those photos, you will never say that Lee never told us this. Okay. Now, if you look at the people who attended this event, I can clearly see Eugene Wamalwa there. I can see Uhuru Kenyatta there. I can see Kalonzo here. I can see Jeremiah Kioni, who is the mouthpiece of Uhuru Kenyatta. I can see Babaya Waititu. I can see Wavinya Ndeti and other leaders. So which means this event, as much as it was a private wedding, there was some political angle. And that's why those who are currently very close politically to Kalonzo Musyoka attended the event. But before we get into all those coded messages, in case you're watching this channel for the first time, please take a second or two, click that subscribe button so that next time we produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. And to the subscribers, I want to continue thanking you guys for your continued support, because without the support, this channel cannot be where it is. Ladies and gentlemen, without any further ado, allow me to dive in. But again, before I dive in, allow me to also take this opportunity to introduce you guys to LemFi. LemFi is a mobile money app for users in the UK, Canada, and the United States of America to send money back to Kenya. They offer the best exchange rates, and the money will be delivered instantly into your M-Pesa account, Airtel Money account, and of course, if you want, directly into your bank account. You can use the link in the pinned comment to download the app. Please just check it out by clicking on that pinned comment. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to be very brief because maneno ni mengi. Rigathi Gachagua attended some event earlier today, And I noted that Rigathi Gachagua has procured the services of the dreaded men in black to provide him with the security. I think Rigathi Gachagua is now safe. Nobody will be able to invade his event. And of course, Rigathi Gachagua has also changed tact. Rigathi is now using mostly phone calls to reach out to the audience. And the audience are really receiving the messages positively. But what I don't know is whether Rigathi Gachagua will be able to sustain his onslaught against William Ruto, because we all know that William Ruto started early. Most people predicted, including myself, that he was not going to sustain it. William Ruto sustained campaign for 5 good years. Can Rigathi Gachagua do what William Ruto did? Because remember, Ruto never resigned. He still had the platform of the deputy president. For Rigathi Gachagua, he's been impeached, which means he is not enjoying that kind of privileges. But that's something which we are going to look at. For now, let us focus on the message, which in my view, I strongly believe Uhuru Kenyatta was sending to Kenyans by attending the wedding of Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka's daughter. Number one, I'm looking at the possibility of an alliance between Kalonzo and Uhuru Kenyatta. If that were to happen, it's going to change the political equation in the mountain completely. Because you all know, as things stand today, William Ruto, who won the votes in the mountain in 2022 overwhelmingly, is currently very unpopular on the ground. Uhuru Kenyatta, who William Ruto outmaneuvered in 2022 in the mountain, is currently very popular in the mountain. But we also know that in the mountain, there is also Rigathi Gachagua's factor. So, which makes the question, is the entry of Uhuru Kenyatta into Kalonzo Musyoka part of the wider scheme to reconcile Uhuru and Rigathi? Because I've been looking at the way things are unfolding in the mountain. I don't think there's any beef between Kalonzo Musyoka and Rigathi Gachagua. But it is clear that after the last election, Uhuru Kenyatta is still very bitter with Rigathi Gachagua because he believes it's Rigathi Gachagua who really messed them up. So for me, I'm looking at a possibility of an alliance between the two. And that's a message which they were sending. Number two, I think Uhuru Kenyatta was also sending a coded message to the Kikuyu nation. Why am I saying that? Number one, we all know that as we speak, the mountain, from all indications, will not produce a presidential candidate in 2027. I'm not so sure whether they'll be able to produce a serious presidential candidate in 2027. Which means those numbers must be taken somewhere. We all know that Uhuru Kenyatta is currently very popular in the mountain compared to William Ruto. Of course, Ruto managed to outmaneuver him in the last election, but currently Uhuru is very popular in the mountain. But Uhuru cannot run. He's looking around, there's nobody from the mountain he can support. So he's sending a message to the Kikuyu nation that as much as you are planning your politics, Mimi, I'm preferring this side. That's actually how he started with Raila Odinga, just by sending those kind of symbols. So I think Uhuru was sending a message to the Kikuyu nation that this is the direction. Number three, and this is something which I've stated on this platform on many occasions, that Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka is likely to be Mount Kenya candidate in 2027. And this is going to be informed by several factors. Number one, Uhuru Kenyatta's influence. Just like I was explaining previously, Uhuru Kenyatta is currently very popular. And because he's very popular, the mountain are likely to listen to him. Uhuru Kenyatta and his team feels very strongly that Raila Odinga has betrayed them, which means they might not vote with or for Raila Odinga, for that matter. But that influence can be used to direct the mountain to vote in a particular manner. So they can decide to vote for Kalonzo. So In my view, Uhuru is telling the mountain, this is the candidate. Number two, just like I was explaining, Mount Kenya will not produce a serious presidential candidate. In case they won't produce a presidential candidate, where will their votes go? Definitely William Ruto. And of course, there's also the need to defeat William Ruto. If there's one thing the mountain are praying for day and night, is the defeat of William Samoei Arap Ruto. They want William Ruto to be defeated. They don't have a presidential candidate. So they are looking around. Raila is on the other side. Because there's also a strong feeling that if the mountain can support Raila, then Raila can easily become the next president. But that's not very clear as things stand now. So, because of the need to remove William Ruto from office, they must look for someone they can rally around. And that person, in my view, is Kalonzo Musyoka. Maybe number four, they were also just trying to gauge the reaction. I've always told you that politicians are very interesting people. Sometimes they just do certain things just to get your opinion. What are you saying about Uhuru attending Kalonzo Musyoka's birthday? I mean, Kalonzo Musyoka's daughter's wedding. So the team will go through the comments there. They'll be able to craft something. And of course, lastly, Kalonzo Musyoka, Uhuru is sending this to Azimio that I'm still with Kalonzo, which means Kalonzo is likely to be the Azimio presidential candidate. Maybe with a new formation, because I don't expect Kalonzo just to go for an election like that. He must have a team. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know what you think. That's my take. Until next time, this is Lee Makwiny. Bye-bye.